I'm going to tell you how to find your niche or niche on YouTube, and we're starting right now.
That's just how it is. Ain't waiting on me.
I'm Nick. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow your channel, make videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. When it comes to finding your niche on YouTube, it's really important to factor in a handful of things, and those things are what we're going to be talking about in this video. The first being, why is it that you're on YouTube in the first place? And the reason that this is so important is because that's going to dictate everything else that we're going to be talking about. For example, if you are only wanting to just grow a big YouTube channel, well, in that situation, you're going to take a completely different approach than if you are just wanting to use YouTube as an additional income source of some kind. And if your goal is to turn YouTube into an income source of some kind, then your approach is going to be completely different than if you're using YouTube as a way to position yourself in some way professionally. So if you know what you want first, then everything else that we're going to talk about in this video is going to be a lot easier for you. So let's start with your interests. Is your topic sustainable? If you're vlogging, it's sustainable because life changes every single day. There's always something new, something fresh that's happening to keep people engaged, to keep you engaged, to keep the whole thing moving along. If you are making entertainment types of content, then in that case, that is also most likely sustainable as long as you can pass the test that I'm going to drop on you here in just a minute. But is the game that you're playing or the things that you talk about in your videos or the type of content that you make, is that something that you're going to be able to do for years to come and still be interested in it personally and still be able to make content about? If the answer is yes, then in that situation, then that's one check in the box for yes, this niche is right for you. Now, there's also the side of being honest with yourself and saying, is this something that I really want to talk about for years? Because, you know, you want to be happy making content. That's the whole thing with being a content creator. Is it's fun, it's a pleasure, it's a joy, it's something that you like to do. If you think that topic or niche can hold your interest, then that's one more check in the box for yes, that's something that you want to pursue. Another thing that you want to do for sustainability, and this is where the test that I was talking about before comes in, is you want to make sure that you actually have ideas or that you can keep generating ideas for a long period of time on that specific topic or type of content that you want to make. What I recommend for this, and I know that it's painful, is to actually sit down with on your computer or a piece of paper or whatever it happens to be and literally write out 100 video ideas so that you are solid for the next 100 videos. Or even if you don't make those videos, you still have 100 ideas proving to you that, hey, I can relatively easily come up with 100 ideas, which shows me that I can keep making videos about this in the future. If you can come up with those ideas, that's one more check in the box for yes, this particular niche is right for you. When finding or dedicating to a niche or niche, it's also important to factor in monetization. This is also extremely important for sustainability because if your channel gets wildly popular, and I'm rooting for you, by the way, I hope that everything goes amazing for you. And I hope that all of your YouTube dreams and all the stuff that you're trying to accomplish comes true for you. When that happens, you'll have the opportunity to make videos full time. And when you're making videos full time, well, you're going to need money. To identify your chances of making good money in the particular niche that you're going into, what you want to do is you want to look at the average view counts of other big channels in that particular space. If those views are really high, then you might be okay on ads. However, if those views are not really high, then you're going to have to use other methods like brand deals or creating your own products or any other of the different ways to monetize your videos on YouTube in order to monetize what it is that you're doing so that you can keep doing it. When researching for the niche and trying to figure out, hey, is this something I'm going to be able to make money from so that I can sustain it long term? What you want to do is you want to go look at other creators that are doing well in that specific niche. You want to figure out what exactly it is that they are doing to monetize. Are they working with brands? Are they making their own stuff? Are they selling merch? Do they have a bunch of different things that they're doing that are all adding to the pile, which is making it sustainable for them? And when you're doing this, you really want to dig in and say, okay, is this something that they're really making money from? If so, how are they making the money? How is the payment system set up? Like, how is this actually going together? And you want to identify those things because you're probably going to have to do something similar in the future. Let me rephrase that. You are going to need to know how they are making money so that when your channel does well, you're also going to be able to make sure that you can make money so that you can sustain that whole thing and do this full time if that's something you're after. When finding or researching your niche or niche, it's also important to make sure that you look at all of the competition. With that said, I do want to make a disclaimer and say that I do believe that every creator is unique in their own way, and just by being you, it's something that helps you stand out on YouTube. However, it can be helpful if you explore a specific niche and you find out that it's not very competitive, then it's like, hey, I've got all of this open space to work within. I'm going to be an innovator in this specific niche. But if it is extremely competitive, here's what you need to do. Look for big channels in that niche, and you probably already know who they are, but look for big channels in that niche, and then you want to look at the types of topics or the types of titles that they're using for their videos, and then you want to go search for those titles. Then the search results are going to give you other channels that you probably were not familiar with, and then what you want to do is you want to open them and you want to research them as well, all different channel sizes. And then you got to do the difficult thing of taking a really hard look at yourself in the mirror and being honest with yourself and saying, can I compete with them at the level that they are at? This means production quality, thumbnails, how they edit their videos, their presentation, all of it. If the answer is yes, put another check in that box for, yeah, this is a good niche for me. But if the answer is no, you got to ask yourself another question. And that question is, do I think that I can dedicate myself to getting to that level within a reasonable amount of time? If the answer is yes, good. Check. If the answer is no, and it's like, hey, it's going to take me a long time to get to where they're at in that particular situation, then you have to say, okay, am I willing to put in that time and kind of wait it out while I'm getting used to doing all this stuff? Or should I explore another niche? And again, remember at the beginning when I was talking about how important it is to know what it is that you want, this is where that comes in. Because if it's like, hey, this is something that I really want, then in that particular case, then you have to dedicate yourself to leveling up your skill set if you're not there yet. Whereas if it's kind of like a, well, I'm just kind of doing this for fun, I don't really care that much or whatever, then it doesn't really matter and you can go into any niche that you want. So now let's talk about that why and get down to the nitty gritty. And part of that is making sure that you are going into the right niche for what it is that you're actually trying to accomplish. For example, my why is to empower content creators, or you, with the tools, resources, and information you need to thrive here on YouTube and with video online in general. I want to give you enough information that you can apply to what it is that you're doing so that you can create a positive impact in your life through the content that you create, and so that you can also create a positive impact on others through the content that you create. And of course, I also want to drive traffic to my website and create an additional income through affiliate marketing and my own products and things like that. And being in this niche, making this content for you helps me fulfill all of those things. So when it comes to your why, really think it out. And there's not like a right or a wrong answer. It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks about it. It's you. It's a personal thing. Like really sit down and think about, what is it that I'm trying to accomplish? It's 5 years from now. What's this look like for me? Where am I in all of this in 5 years? Like why am I doing this? And the reason that this is important is because getting into the wrong niche that doesn't serve your purpose or doesn't serve your why is going to end up being a huge waste of your time, which is a huge mistake. To avoid other mistakes that YouTubers commonly make, click on this video right now. It's an entire video about mistakes that YouTubers make so that you can avoid them. And to learn more about growing your channel, making videos, and all types of other YouTube related stuff, remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.